Alright, welcome to another episode of This Is Anything Goes. So for the last two episodes, you see how I remove the steering and then how I restore the steering by rewrapping it. Now, this is the finale. I'm going to show you how to install back the steering properly. Alright, so as you can see here, this is the clock spring, and there's actually, in the clock spring, there's 3 dots over here. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Alright, so make sure it's aligned in such a way that you see where it is right now. Alright, this is when the steering is supposed to be straight. Okay, try to keep this in this manner. Alright, it's not perfect, but this is the rough position that you need because it aligns with these 3 holes over here on the steering. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to put the steering on first. Alright, don't worry about straightening at this moment. Alright, I'll show you how to straighten your steering after this. Okay, make sure the sockets are in. Okay, so it's roughly in, and then you put a nut to it. So you don't have to tighten it all the way, just hand tighten it at the moment because you'll be taking this out after this. Okay, just hand tighten. Then the next thing we want to do is make sure the cables does not get in the way. Alright, that's done. Good. Okay, so next thing we will need to do is we will need to start the car and start moving. Okay, so I hope the steering is not too shaky. So what we'll do now is we'll go for a drive. Okay, so don't worry about the service required for the airbag logo that appears on the panel itself. Alright, this is because we don't have the airbag connected. That's why we get the service required. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to find a straight road. Alright, and then probably just go about 40-50 km per hour like that. Alright, and you will be able to let go of your steering, and you see the steering goes straight by itself, in the sense that your car is going straight by itself. The steering is not straight, sorry. Alright, so just need a straight road. Okay, so once you're in the straight road, what you do is you let go of your hands and let the car go straight by itself. Alright, and what you do, you need to stop. Okay, so as you can see, the car would be straight now, but the steering is slightly slanted. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to remove the steering and straighten it. Oh, that was the service required. Okay, so now we need to remove this, and we need to make sure it's straight, and then we'll pop it in. Okay, so once you have that, alright, just close this back. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to torque the nut over here to 50 Newton meter or 37 foot-pounds. So it'll be a bit difficult for you to actually torque it when the engine is on, because the power steering is still in function. So it's best to just turn off the engine and lock the steering. All right. Okay, so lock the steering. Okay, so once we have that torque to spec, don't start the engine yet. All right, we need to put the airbag in. Okay, so there are a couple of connectors over here that we need to connect back. Alright, which is this grey one. So this connects back to the clock spring. And this too is for the airbags. Alright, so you will see that the yellow goes to the yellow. Yellow goes to the yellow, and the black one goes over to here. Okay, so once that's done, just pop this back in. Okay, and use a Torx X screwdriver, which is over here. Alright, so yeah, as I mentioned in the previous video, this is a Torx X. So we just need to close it back. Straight road. And a straight steering. Alright, so that's how we install back the steering on the Proton Inspira. Alright, I hope you learned something, and as usual, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, you can always hit that, but do remember to subscribe to this channel for future updates. Press the bell button, and thank you very much. Alright, right before we end the video, sorry, I forgot to show you. Yep, as you can see, the volume button works. Alright, the mode button works. Alright, the airbag warning is gone. The cruise control works as well. All of the buttons works. The horn works as well. Alright, the horn works as well. Everything works perfectly fine right now. Alright, and the steering is straight.